Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very nice evening here at Experimental First Draft Speedway. We are in Talladega, Alabama, one of the cornerstone locations for a goddamn auto race. We are not at the, while it may in fact look like it, this is a one hell of a facsimile, I'm not going to lie, of Talladega Super Speedway. We are not at the legendary place that is Talladega Super Speedway. We are at Experimental First Draft Speedway, which was built to apparently look like a complete facsimile of Talladega Super Speedway. I was not expecting that. I'm not entirely certain what we were planning to get here, but anyway, hello and welcome. This is the Diddler Cup Racing Series for the 2021/2019 season. My name is Chip Chapman. I got two wonderful commentators to either side of me. On my right is Lightning Lord Shivers.
Dang!
And on my, it's still accurate. It still counts. You're just saying it about the city. And to my left is Beaumont Jenkins.
Hey!
And we got ourselves.
Less words than you, Lord. I win the bet. Hey!
You guys gotta stop having these wagers.
You can pay me $20 later.
Well, heck. Well, we got ourselves a goddamn auto race today here at a 1-to-1 scale of model of Talladega Super Speedway has been called Experimental First Draft Super Speedway. No one ain't even raced on it yet. We're the first to ever put some cars on this dang race track.
The asphalt and the paint is still fresh, and God, I'm getting high from that.
Excellent. That's a great combination of fumes. You can get high off that. It's gonna be great. And we're gonna go 90. We are going an amazing 94 laps, 250 miles around this super speedway. We got it is of course a 2.66 mile fever dream. I'm not entirely certain why. Again, no one has raced on this so far. We got no clue why it's called an experimental first draft. It looks pretty normal to me. I mean, I've seen racing at Talladega before. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's fast as hell. And it's great. Pit window is unstable. Not sure what that means either. And then just the note is this is a bad idea. So I'm really unsure about all of these notes, except for the fact that we're going 94 laps, 250 miles in total, that it is, in fact, 2.66 miles all the way around, just like the real place. And, of course, that race information is brought to you by Gumbooze, a full day of drinking condensed into one single stick of chewing gum. Gumbooze, tasty alcoholism. And Lord, we got ourselves some keys to the race. I know we are excited for this race today. We're going to get right to it. And,
Chip, I can't read this. I mean, I know, dropped out in elementary school. I can't read this.
I think they sold wingdings at Zaxby's.
Well, then.
I don't want to go back to the Zaxby's. We just went there.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
Zaxby's and Kratom store.
Fair
it's
enough.
Between the one auto parts place with the red and orange logos and the other auto place with the other red and orange logos.
Oh,
paying us enough to mention them by name.
Exactly. Well, these keys to the race are confusing as hell, but they are brought to you by DiscountCondoms.com because when a prophylactic is at a decent price, you just buy it and wear it. And we got ourselves a pole sitter today. It is his first pole of the season, but his second career pole. It's the 4-to-1 car, Jim Blossoms.
Oh,
Jim Blossoms. Where else could you qualify first and be on the pole but Jim Blossoms in that 4-to-1 car, sponsored by Blood Co., the parent organization of his other sponsor, Plasma Train. Jim Blossoms is your pole sitter, brought to you by DongaRx Injectapen, the DongaRx Injectapen Pole Award. It is an EpiPen for ED. It is an ED EpiPen and a DepiPen. You just stab yourself in the dick, and after the bleeding stops, you're good for about 15 minutes of loving. That is your
mightier.
The penis mightier. The penis mightier. The penis mightier, exactly, with the DongaRx Injectapen Pole Award. Well, we got ourselves a goddamn auto race. We are getting ready to this so soon. It's gonna be happening. Let's go ahead and give you a little refresher of what happened at the last race. We went to Long Pond, Pennsylvania. We cuffed up some spirits. We pissed them off too.
I took a nap.
You did. You did,
Yeah,
actually.
you took a nap. That's exactly what you did, Beaumont.
We had the Seance of 542 Norman 300. We definitely pissed off some spirits, not some spurts. The spirits might have had their say in the race a little bit. That looked like that might have been something they did. We conjured up some demons. And, but ultimately we had a goddamn auto race, and Joe John Winchester got his third win of the series as a final pack of 7 pulled away, and the 4-7 car got the win in Long Pond. That is your recap from our last race. We are 2 races to go before the playoffs. This is what the standings look like. If that name is in yellow, they have won a race this season, which means they are automatically into the playoffs. And you want to keep an eye at that number 16 spot. Although Bobrovsky on the outside looking in right now, because 16 make it. But look in that third section. Reverend Pastor Chavez is in, even though he's in the bottom half. So for Bobrovsky and Petrol Topoff, they are on the outside looking in at the moment, but there's still 2 races to go. And all you got to do is win. I mean, I say it like it's easy. Winning a race ain't easy. It's hard work. But winning a race will cure all the problems, and it'll get you through to the playoffs that start in just a few races. But right now, we are getting ready. We are getting oh so ready to take these cars off of pit road. But most importantly, I think what we do have to do is we have to pray. We've got to we've got to get our state sponsor, state mandated religion in here at Talladega, and we'll go down to our official I guess who's giving the official prayer. It is Rabbi Peter Schnittler from the Our Lady of 15 Seconds synagogue, I guess. And let's go ahead and get to him right now.
Friend, you are closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge. You are not aware the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Where you got trouble, my friends, right here. Say Trevor at University. Why should mobility play? Certainly might have per se. Always might have per se. I consider that there was a spill in the queue in my hand of gold and help cultivate horse and cool and keen. I never take a short time. I lead for yourself from a real big shot. But just like saying, section of maturity, scoring a book on getting protection. That's walk the first week step on the road to the depths of the say first is a little line, but just don't wipe it. When they beer from Marvel. Next thing you know, someone's playing for money in a pitch back suit. And let's something out of turn just for him. Not a scam, not a host and progress. Nobody race with this set down right on the horse like this is some stuck up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch, make it both boil. Well, I should say no friends are don't try.
Soul man in Uncle Jack.
Are they giving that crackers at halftime? I leave to get the crackers. That'll leave.
Saturday night, that's trouble. It's got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the nick. I can tell young ones speaking in the pool hall window after school. You got trouble, folks right here in River City. Trouble with the capital T and that rhymes with P and it says the pool. Now I know what you folks are the right kind of parents up there. Be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while loafing around that hole? They be trying to people, trying to tailor mates, cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up their breath with sunset. One fine night they leave the pool hall heading for the only 15 minutes from New York. Check this little drag just on your third of the arms. I'm talking with the master. If Indiana burns, devil play got trouble.
You know, if every church service I go to was that fast, I'd go more often, I think.
That's at a drive-through.
Holy hell.
You could express your sins at a car wash.
You sure could. Good Lord.
Damn,
well, that is
Bill Elliott's pole lap in 87.
Well, we thank you, Rabbi Peter Schnittler from Our Lady of 15 Seconds. He didn't have to wait 15 seconds. He just went for that. But let's get this goddamn auto race going with our official starter. It is John Machida Jr. with our official race command.
They call me the Micro Machine Highway Warrior. The daring is dude on the road here to beat up the highways with these mighty Micro Machine Highway Warriors. These Micro Machine Highway Warriors are the mightiest micros ever with totally tough snap-on armor. They'll leave you in the dust. Don't pick a fight with this Micro Mite. Remember, if it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the real thing.
Yeah.
Well, okay there. That's where that's going. Let's get ahead and get to the starting grid as these cars get warmed up here. I think I'm getting an idea of this. On the pole today is Jim Blossoms. On the outside is last week's winner, Joe John Winchester. Pair of Fords on the front row. 41, sponsored by Blood Co. 43, sponsored by Just Guns. On row 2, Smiley Van Buren in that KFC I Ate the Bones Ford. And Jeff Shanice in the Toyota. Jeff's Chinese Toyota. That is Jeff Shanice in that 38 car. On row 3, it is Steve Thompson driving the WeBuyAbsinthe.gov Ford. And on the outside is Jeff Tanaka in the Jeff T car, sponsored by Jeff T today at 88. And on row 4, it is Paul Alcohol with the Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin Ford, number 35 for War Machine Racing. Thicker Richard Ketchup qualified 8th. He is in the Ranch It Up car, number 82. On row 5, it's Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Nice.
and Richard Blood in the 51 Box of Wine Chevy. On row 6, it is Jeff Gordon the horse driving the number 8 Gunk car, that Toyota Pardo, Iron Jeff Racing, and a Spub and Mortport's car, 00, Paul Walker driving the Nihilist Arby's car. On row 7, it's Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver driving the number 10 Global Megafist 12 car for Most Glorious Motorsports, that's a Toyota, and Bobrovsky's on the outside, that number 1 Gray Bits Dodge. On row 8, it is Blario Blandredded driving the number 2 Blagra Toyota for Most Glorious Motorsports, and his teammate Reverend Pastor Chavez in the number 33 Yes car. On row 9, Doug Pork in the number 83 Roll Ham car, that's a Pontiac Bonneville, and his teammate Fat Darrell in the Hat Meat 81 car. On row 10, Ricky Walton in the Dave car, sponsored by Dave. That's a Pontiac, the number 32, and Ennio Sprini in the 28 wall-to-wall South car. On row 11, it is Kevin Boner Pillman in the Dongerex ejector pen 15 car, and his teammate Hans Vasspulver in the 99 Slap Cart Chevy. On row 12, it is El Matador Toto Roseanne in that Air Supply 75 Pontiac, and Jean-Paul Henry in the number 40 Ludger Beer Bombs Chevy car for DWI. On row 13, it's Bucky Dusha in the Taco Baco car, number 55. That's a Ford for Spub and Mortports, and Petrol Top Off in the number 90 car, sponsored by Knife MMA.
Knife!
On row 14, it's Big Daddy Thibodeau in that number 62 Sinead Dodge, and Woo Ba Bali in the 103 Hugger Oranges car. On row 15, it is Giacomo being sponsored by Kiss Cola, that number 4 War Machine, and Bowie Jessup in the number 9 Gumboos car. And at the back of the pack, it is Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear in the number 2 Russian Bears to You Dodge car, and Triple X Macklin, sponsored by Florida Georgia Live.
Bear Child!
Well, that is your starting grid for this goddamn auto race, and here we go. They are pulling off of pit row for the pace lap, and woo, Lee Corso's driving that sucker pretty fast.
I mean, Lee Corso's always driving like an asshole.
Yeah, but I mean,
he wants to hop in the plane.
Maybe.
Did they cover this entire track at Crisco? There's no friction here.
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. That would certainly be something experimental.
Like what Chevrolet Chassé did at American Lampoon's Christmas Dinner, whatever that movie was called.
Fair enough. Well, this is interesting. They're all starting to pull up onto the track. There we go. Okay. Apparently, it took a little bit of time to get onto the this massive 2.66 mile super speedway. Now, Lloyd, we didn't get any keys to the race because they were very cryptic and, quite frankly, they scared the hell out of me. But assuming this was just normal Talladega, what are the keys that regular, good old-fashioned, the Talladega Superspeedway we know and love would
Find yourself
expect?
a drafting partner early in the race and avoid getting caught up in the large, substantial one.
The large, substantial one. Excellent. Well, that is potentially a thing that is going to happen. Lee Corso has pulled the pace car, off of the track. We are getting ready. They are coming around this bend that we know all too well. It is time for us to go diddling. And let's go diddling. It's a goddamn auto race.
Shit, these boys are driving fast.
That seems, it's Talladega, baby. That's what normally happens, right? This seems just normal. I'm assuming this is normal.
Damn!
Probably fine.
These boys are driving.
How many years has that got?
Holy shit! What the? Can we get some numbers on this? How the hell?
Sound barrier.
I don't know. My ears are hurting. I got the headphones on. Jim Blossoms is taking these
You ain't
cars.
running this at double speed.
This is unsafe as hell. What the hell? What kind of experiment is this?
I don't know, but this is awful.
miles an hour. What? This is not safe. They weren't kidding. This is not safe at all.
That's right. This is racing the way it ought to be. You don't like
This is
it.
awesome.
Fuck you.
This is awesome. This is unsafe. This is the best.
This is the best day of my life. Jeff Gordon, the horse, is just trying to make it 3 wide, by the way.
He is. They're going like 5 wide in the back. This is someone might die today. I don't know, but Joe John Winchester has now led a lap. This is going to be a lot of different names leading laps at this point.
Videos where it's Hot Wheels car and they get stuck in the drywall.
I thought we're at 251 miles an hour on a goddamn super speedway. This is terrible. This is the scariest idea ever. Look at that 10 car go. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver's got his teammate Blario Blandretta just going underneath him and pushing him along. That inside looks amazing right now.
When is the last time you seen Mario Andretti lead up here at Talladega?
When was the last time you saw Mr. Naga's previous driver?
That's fair
We
enough.
don't know.
Last
don't
week
know.
we talked to the original one.
That's
Holy
right.
hell.
That's right. Damn. That's a way to go, getting cut to death by a million business cards.
I mean, okay, so if you're just tuning in, holy shit. But also, unless reality as we know it has fast forwarded, this is the actual speed this race is happening at. Mr. Naga's most glorious driver is leading this race 4 laps in. We are on a facsimile of Talladega Super Speedway. I ain't never seen Talladega do this, which means this is dangerous as shit.
I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Usually you gotta dial that in with the phone lines and hope for the best.
Holy
Jeff Gordon, the
hell.
horse,
Holy Jesus!
inside.
Jeff Gordon, the horse, just slid down the racetrack. I've never seen a horse drift like that.
You've never seen a horse run this fast.
These turns are gonna kill somebody.
This G-Force is awesome. I want to see some butthole.
What?
I've seen enough titties down here. Show me your butthole.
All right, fair enough.
Show me your asterisk. Give her that cat butt.
We are getting all sorts of... Holy hell. Well, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver is still leading this race, but he's got the 4 car. Giacomo right on his tail. And Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, has come from the back of the pack to be in 3rd right now. That must be a fast car driven by a bear that don't know what the hell is happening.
Woo Baba's in the top 5, you son of a bitches!
Woo Baba is in 5th place right now. I was about to say 4th. He's 4th in line, but he is gonna... Holy
Here comes
hell!
the lead. Giacomo take the lead coming out of turn number 2.
He has not officially led a lap yet. He hasn't crossed the start-finish line, and Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, is going to challenge for that lead.
Damn,
Holy
this is
shit!
awesome.
He got it!
This is the best thing ever. Why don't we always race here? Hey, boys, whoever made this track, don't change a thing. You did fine, boys.
You got it right on the first try!
New race leader, it's Nikolai, the Soviet driving bear, 7 laps in on this 9-4 lap race. Going speeds upward of 265 miles an hour.
5 points! Give that son of a bitch that 5 points!
Woo Bob Bala is now on the inside. We're looking at Smiley Van Buren right now, who slid up the track.
Camera off, chicken man!
That is the danger of this track. You lose the draft, you go slide up that racetrack, you gotta hold on for dear life, and you're going even
I told
faster.
you one of my keys to the race wasn't all entirely.
No, you got it absolutely right. It just, they didn't put it on the screen, they put it in like
Position
wingdings.
changes than one of the manual Ferrari videos I saw on Pornhub or OnlyFans.
Fair enough. I mean, holy hell. Well, Jean-Paul Henry has got Big Daddy Thibodeau drafted with him. Jim Blossom's the pole sitter right behind him. Bob Bala still in the top 5. He's taking a little bit of he's moved to the back a little bit to the back to the pack for now. But again,
Jim
you see how
Blossoms
close
is
everybody
absolutely fearless. Jim Blossoms is fearless. I mean, we saw what happened in the very first season. This man is reconstructed with the worst sides that money cannot afford. And he is just out here driving 265 miles an hour. I tell you, he suffers one head-on impact into the wall. Oh my God, Jim Blossom's lead. And remind you, basically his entire body would just liquidate if he took a head-on hit at this speed.
Well, that's like Jim Blossoms is the only person who has experienced that sort of trauma already. He ain't fearing the unknown because it is very well known to him.
Jim Blossom
Holy
would be
hell.
like a Kmart. His entire body would liquidate, and his body would be taken over by a Spirit Halloween store in the fall.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's like one of those Digivolutions that I've seen with Pokemon. When you
Exactly.
take a Kmart and then you give it a Thunderstone and you give it and it turns into a spirit.
Pretty much.
And, it turns
And,
into like an
now it's
EV
not just a
2.0. I get
horse,
it.
it's now a camel with a gun.
That's right. You take a shopping mall, right? You give it one of them recession stones and it turns into Ambition Center.
All you pussy-ass draft dodgers out there, this is how you end up in last. You lose
That's
the
true.
draft. You dodge the draft, you lose.
Yeah, that draft is an absolute necessity in this goddamn auto race. Look at Triple X Macklin. We're talking about Nikolai the Soviet driving bear coming up to the front. Triple X Macklin is taking a look at this as well. He's right in front of Ricky Walton driving that number 32 Dave car. Dave, I think it's Dave, right? Yeah, it says Dave. Okay.
It's Dave.
It's Dave, right? Yeah.
It says so on the entry list.
Yeah, it says, well, I think on the back it says it's Dave. It's Dave, right?
Dave turns 240. Now's
Good
an
Lord.
hour.
265 and a half miles an hour on that last lap. And leading this race right now is Jeff Tanaka.
This is going to be setting a land dumb speed record.
Oh my God, this is the dumbest thing we have ever done, and I love this.
Oh man, this is the best, man.
Look
at this. We got a 13-year-old child that's second in line. Probably cannot sustain G-forces of up to 8 Gs in the turns.
No,
And
that
that's
is-
what they
that is a
tell- that's
terrible
what they
idea.
tell me about
Man,
me.
that boy is so scared he is shitting boogers right now.
He
Out
is
of
all
which
jacked
end?
up on Mountain Dew.
He's jacked up on Mountain Dew and Fritos and youth. Good Lord, this is a... Are we going to break 266? We are at 265 right now. We are at Experimental First Draft Speedway in Talladega, Alabama. This is incredible. Jeff Tanaka leads this pack of 32 cars that are all basically about a second and a half apart from each other. They're all still running together. So do not be worried too much about how people are moving up and down. Good Lord. This is, I'm going to petition to the commission. I'm going to talk to the commission, talk to the
I
officials.
want to have my wedding hair.
We can have Beaumont, we can have Beaumont.
I want to
here.
have my divorce here. And I ain't even married.
That's fair. We can make that happen.
I want the slow-mo guy from YouTube that launch stuff at cars. I want you to explode in slow motion.
I mean, that too. We gotta have.
I
we
want
gotta
to
have
get
us
the hydraulic press guy from the YouTube. I want to see the guy that puts all the shit in the hydraulic press and see how crunched up that shit is compared to if somebody takes a head-on hit in the turn
Holy
3
hell.
up here.
Oh,
There's a
that'd be
different
amazing.
hydraulic press guy I saw in Lonely Fans one time.
Oh my God. Well, Jeff Tanaka is.
I think that was the Auto Ferrari.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't
nice.
know if that's the same hydraulic press that we were watching here.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Well,
the mechanics are
something
probably
or
the same,
someone was
but
getting pressed.
yeah. Well, what we are seeing here is absolute chaos for 16 laps. We are on lap number 17 here. It is the Performance Art at 100J here at Experimental First Draft Speedway, and this is a first draft they got right. Fuck editing on this one. Don't proofread your bullshit. This one is right. We need to race here twice next year. Give us a playoff race here.
Proofreading is bullshit that sells you more editors. That you
Exactly.
don't want to work with, and will probably change all the copy, give you a headline of a piece that doesn't reflect anything. Oh my
Yep.
God!
Well, we're gonna see what happened, and this was a near disaster for Ricky Walton in that 32 Dave car.
This is
Yeah,
like
he slid
racing,
right
what
up the
happened there?
track. He slid right up the track, almost kissed the wall. Good Lord, and that's why he is at the
Never mind,
back of the pack now.
Bobo's back in the top 5.
Top 5, and that just shows how quickly it can change. Everybody is.
Everybody is shitting themselves.
Yeah, that is probably fair. That is probably fair. And if you are, we are not restarting the race, but if you need to deal with the fact that you are shitting yourselves, why not strap on a good old pair of Reshart adult diapers? Reshart, the official adult diaper of the Diddler Cup. racing series. Restart your bowels with Resharp.
If you involuntarily void your bowels due to sustained G-forces of 6 or more, then this is the only adult diaper that'll hold it in.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a you might. That sounded like it was a you might be a redneck joke. I thought that was going to be a you might be a redneck joke. If you are the...
If you eat a half steak, half fat combination at a buffet, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you purchased golden shoes from a truck stop and your first thought is to let those shoes grant you 3 wishes, you might be entitled to financial compensation.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite comedy bits, the you might be entitled to financial compensation bits. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing too hard. I just keep thinking about that.
If you have been hurt at work, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Shit! Look at this! They're going so fast I can't even see them. Look how fast they're going! Keith, get the hell out of there! Well, that was our spotter cam. You can hear the spotters on the blimp. Just having to follow that. Holy shit! This is too fast. This is too fast, too furious. But like a bunch of other ones.
Well, speaking of which, for no reason at all, I just wanted to mention that Paul Walker is 9th in the last lap. I mean, he's moving up into the top 5.
Yeah, he is making his way back up. He had a solid qualifying. Yeah, goodness me. This is, in fact, a fast 10. Your seatbelts.
He's got Paul Walker with him.
Oh, yeah, he's got Fat Daryl and Bobrovsky on the outside, too. Bobrovsky has been having some solid finishes lately. He's been around for a car that hasn't really been competitive in past years and at the start of the series. But here is Jeff Tanaka. He ain't going to give up that lead just yet. He is committed to hanging on to that for as long as he can.
If you worked in a place where you were exposed to asbestos for multiple years, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
What about wall-to-wall asbestos? I remember there was a place I used to frequent all the time. They served us as best as they can was their like slogan. We all had a laugh for about the first. Yeah, look at this. Well, we're going like 3 and 4 wide into these turns. That feels really, really unsafe. But then again, we're going 267. We have topped 267, y'all. Paul Walker is leading this race.
We've thrown out the mere notion of safety. We threw that out the window a long time back.
We have, but
track.
We officially have no clue when these guys are pitting either, because we had no information on that. I don't know if this follows like it does in the hell. I guess let me do some quick and pull out my calculator here. After 2.66, maybe like in 2 or 3 or 4 laps from now, maybe they'll pit. Hell, I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe by the time they finally slow
neutral, just maybe let their own
they might be putting this. They might be putting this sucker in neutral. Cut the headlights and put it in neutral. God damn it!
See Woodbine Bali working his way through the field. He's kind of been just moving his way up to the front, trying to get a feel what it's like running up front, then driving back, see what its car's like in traffic.
Yep, that's he's kind of picking his spots. He's picking his spots, and he's getting a good feel for that automobile. He's getting an idea of what that car can do.
Picking up slack.
Exactly. Oh man, he is touring the facilities.
Turning all her paint.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is awesome. I don't want to.
This is
just awesome.
Man, I'm so glad that we told the insurance people before we sent off this race that this was just interpretive dance and not an automobile race.
Absolutely. Well, they say performance art. It is. It's an interpretive dance with a bunch of dancing cars. That's how I see it.
It's like the Shriners at the parades there, them moving their cars in and around
exactly.
One time
they're just doing that.
One time I had to go to the hospital because I got my ass stuck in one of them things.
In what, a Shriner?
If you got your ass stuck to a Shriner,
you may be entitled to compensation.
I may be entitled to financial compensation.
most glorious
driver has
driver.
taken the lead yet again. This is the second time he's led laps today, but look behind him, it's Jim Blossoms.
Oh, Jim.
He's
Oh,
going to
Jim
go ahead and try to take the lead again.
And there he goes. He's making the move. He's got Kevin Motor Pillman. Some other guy in Bucky Do shot a wheel by ball and push him on the line. See, this is the thing, right? In a normal super speedway restrictor plate race, a bunch of damn communism, but you're pretty much blocking and we got
Go ahead. Continue your thought. I'm just pointing that out. They got some pit stops here. About half the field just went to pit road, so this is interesting. I'm sorry, you were saying about a good old-fashioned unrestricted plate race.
That's right. You're pretty much just blocking if you want to stay you're up at the front. Sometimes you just block other people like an asshole. And that's the real spirit of driving. But imagine at this speed, it's about 70 miles per hour more than you're used to going.
Yep.
Never mind that whoop of ours in second place.
Second place. He's probably going to be coming around to pit in just a moment.
He ain't pitting.
He ain't pitting. Well, I know who is pitting and who's coming back onto the track is Jim Blossoms and Big Daddy Thibodeau. And of course, when these cars are pitting, I think the second half of the field is going to go ahead and head to pit road. But when they are pitting, there is the Pen 15 car. We're seeing Steve Thompson and Paul Alcohol make their way to pit road. Woo Bob Bala is getting some more fuel. And when they are heading to pit road, they are getting filled up with high quality, high octane Beepus fuel. Beepus, the official race sponsor of the Diddler Cup. Put a little Beepus in your tank. Beepus.
Beepus. And I'm required to let you know that if you inhale Beepus race fuel.
Mama is in first place, you sons of bitches! That's the first, you sons of bitches!
Sign the petition. I don't even know if there is a petition out there.
The race is over! Race is over! Call it official! It's a third of the way through! It's done! It's over! Forget it! He's champion! He's champion!
This summer. Oh, damn it. There's still time.
There's still time. We're only 30 laps in to this absolute fever dream of a race. But we are looking
like an asshole.
And
now,
I
normally look at it, but any one of the other 31 drivers out here.
Yep.
Jim Blossoms is just going to try to push this guy through the corners. It's like a tandem draft. And if you ended up inhaling Beepus race fuel and ended up with respiratory symptoms that affect you long into your 50s, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Oh, my goodness.
If you have a friend who's a cable guy, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
It's funny because I was just thinking about that too, how I do in fact have a friend that's a cable guy.
Cable's a bullshit industry designed to put more white.
Yep.
You trip over them in the middle of the night while you're trying to clean up after a long night of cranking your stick shift.
Yep.
And then you just end up embarrassed.
Well, we are seeing, again, the speeds are getting a little lower because we're not all packed together and getting that big old draft getting pushed around. But we're going to see, don't be surprised if you see this pack of about, 5 or 6 or 7 cars catch up to that group of 4 at the front and then eventually get reeled in by the rest. This is one of those racetracks where that draft really does make a difference, where you can see leads like that just get evaporated as long as nothing crazy happens. And of course, if something crazy happens, well, that brings out a caution, and that's going to just, that's going to be awesome for one thing, but it's also just going to put everybody nice and tightly packed together again, as Steve Thompson is leading the third pack right now.
Now, what kind of shady government agency is he sponsored by?
He is sponsored by the website WeBuyAbsinthe.gov. So I guess what I've been noticing is that Steve Thompson has been sponsored by websites that seem to be government websites, hence the .gov, and they seem to be looking to entrapmentize people that are trying to sell absinthe, which of course is illegal to sell in this country. He's been sponsored by We Buy Tusks. Apparently Tusks you can't buy in here.
Why can't you
cultural
buy Tusks?
artifacts. I don't know.
I can't
it's a
buy
terrible
no
movie. That's
tusks.
why. It's a terrible movie. That's why.
There's a fake site out there. I was looking for porn the other night, and Steve Thompson had said that it was on the porn archive called archives.gov. That son of a bitch lied to me. There is no porn on archives.gov.
Yep. Well, I think you meant to go to whitehouse.com for that one, if anyone remembers that. That being said,
I could go. Speaking of which, I could go over to Blue Waffle House after this. I don't know, fellas. I'm starving.
Oh man, yeah, fuck Huddle House. I can do some Waffle House after this.
I could do some Blue Waffle House.
I don't know about you, but I don't know how many votes the Lemon Party got last year.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you were a donor to the Lemon Party in this last midterm election, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you were with a girl and a cup on the internet, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you've ever had your homepage changed to Goatsy, you're not entitled to financial compensation. Issues with Jim Blossoms. What is going on?
Oh, Jim!
Oh no, we're going to go ahead and check out what's going on. We're going to see if we can get. Let's see if we can get a replay up here. What happened to Jim Blossoms? I don't know.
We need Keith to get a video on that. What the hell happened to Jim Blossom?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get. We're gonna see if we can get a replay to see what happened. I don't know quite what happened. Here comes our replay. Let's see if we got something here. We're seeing he's driving just fine. He just sort of pulls it off. He just loses his speed. I don't quite know.
Looks like mechanical failure. I think it was just too much speed. I think his heart gave out.
Yeah. I mean, they could just do a cut in the middle of his chest, stick a new one in there.
Easy,
go.
Easy.
I mean, his pacemaker needs like 12D batteries, as is compared to those girls at the strip club or the girls I've seen at archives.gov that require 2 double D batteries.
Yeah. Man, that's unfortunate.
Damn.
Well, we are about 10 laps.
Died.
We are about 10 laps since our first set of pit stops. It looks like we are likely going to have a second round of them coming through, and it might be strategic. A caution could, of course, change that whole equation. All those guys in the pit on pit road, they ain't too good at math, but they're sure going to try. And look at Beaumont Jenkins just got slid up the track. Paul Alcohol was leading the last lap, but it looks like it's going to be Kevin Boner-Pillman coming around. Again, we didn't really get any sort of information on that replay. What happened to Jim Blossom? The car just stopped. He went right to pit road. The car just wasn't working since that pit stop. I don't know. They're going to try to get that figured out. I think they're going to try. They're still got him on pit road. They're still working on it.
I think they're still working on him. We got a whole ass triage unit just reaching inside the car trying to put a new heart in it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If your
Maybe there's too much vodka in the fuel tank.
You may be entitled to financial compensation.
Oh, fair enough. Well, Kevin Boner-Pillman we're getting closer back up to those top speeds. We're at 259.7. We're almost at 260 miles an hour again. We are 39 laps, 40 laps into this 94 lap race. Kevin Boner-Pillman is your race leader. There is an opening of 5.5 seconds between 8th and 9th. The leading pack of 8 cars is Kevin Boner-Pillman, Nikolai the Soviet driving bear, Wuba Bala. Nikolai and Wuba Bala are going to go 3 wide with Kevin Boner-Pillman. Big Daddy Thibodeau's following the 103 car. And Bowie Jessup, Bucky Dooshine, and Paul Alcohol. That is your top 8 right now. And Thibodeau is just going to barely beat Bala to the line there to lead a lap here at Talladega, Alabama, experimental first draft Speedway. You know, they can't really call it first draft no more.
We're driving 260 miles an hour for 42 laps and nearly 125 miles. This is not safe.
None of this is
awesome.
safe. Do not try this at home.
Ohio in like 15 minutes.
Do not try this at home, but sure as shit, try it here. Ennio Spirini was leading the pack.
Do it at home.
Sure, why not?
I mean, I realize 260 miles an hour in my bedroom.
You know, I was wondering, like, colleges and universities, they got like intramural sports. They never have intramural auto racing. Like you can build a pretty dang good short track speedway around a campus.
That's right.
Why don't they do that?
I used to be on an intramural auto racing team called Off in the Shower.
Fair enough.
That means everyone else beat off in the shower. Wet denim.
We're just letting that one breathe like some good old-fashioned wet denim.
Wet denim.
Wet denim. Hell yeah. Well, if your denim ain't wet right now, you might be into the organization. But also, then you ain't properly enjoying this goddamn auto race with
If you don't have wet denim, it means the resharp adult diapers are doing its job when you've got the diarrhea in your denim.
Absolutely.
I contracted diarrhea and I had to call my last 3 sexual partners.
That's disturbing on many different levels. Good Lord. Good Lord.
And maybe entitled to financial compensation.
You might be entitled to financial compensation and a couple swabbins. Well, Jim Blossoms is back on the racetrack, but clearly down a couple laps. Look at this big old long shot where we're seeing. And here comes Jim Blossoms. He's down at least a lap. He's down a couple of laps, I think.
Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim. Wreck these sons of bitches at Boo-Bah-Bah. I know Beaumont Jenkins start glaring at me if he does.
Absolutely. We're seeing just absolute chaos here.
And there's one thing Boo-Bah-Bah thrives on, it is chaos.
Absolutely.
Maybe they can push Jim Blossoms back to the front of the field.
Well, that's smart. That is smart. Holy shit, they're going fast. Kalakawa going this fast. That's amazing.
And we still ain't found LW Wright.
Nope. Hell no. He's gone. He's gone forever.
He's going to play with Merle Haggard and TG Shep. I don't know if they're dead or not, but they still
want to become famous. You
years.
might be entitled to say that they can. Fucking Dushan taking a look, and he's got the bear going with him. He's got the bear and the bolly.
I think I decided not to read that book when I was grade for the 5th time.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, Bucket Dushan is taking the lead in this goddamn auto race. We're going to lap number 48, 47 laps in the books. We are halfway through this goddamn auto race. Holy shit. They are going fast. We're back up to 261. And at the chase group is being led by Blario Blandretti and Jean-Paul Henry.
Well, that's right. We got two experienced champions, of course. We got Mario Andretti at the front of this field, and we got Jean-Paul Henry.
That's Blario Blandretti driving the number 22 Blagra car.
If you have pissed at AJ Foyt's coffee, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you have ever worked with Space Age Mark and try to get a car sold to you from LW,
oh my God!
This is driving fast this year. They got that Taco Baco's got that new flavor out there called Javastab.
Yeah, they do. Javastab?
Javastab.
Yep, Javastab. Exactly. How do you can get that at Taco
Baco? They call it Baja
Baco?
Blast, but they call it Javastab.
That's fair. Well, Taco Baco is where you can tinkle for the binkle. Tinkle inside the binkle, rather. Or outside the binkle. I don't remember how it works. But
look at this. Jim Blossoms is keeping pace. It seems like once they put a new heart in his chest, he's driving as fast as he ever was. Now, of course, he's way out of
shame.
Yeah,
you don't think they replaced his heart with another bat, did you?
Oh, maybe.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
That'd be amazing.
That's a back-to-heart transplant.
That's a great point. He might be staying with this group of cars just because he still has in fact, got the speed. Some unfortunate maybe setups during the pit stop. They had to go and fix it. They tried to fix something in the car. Maybe they had to fix something in him. I don't know. But he is driving just as fast as if he was leading this lap. He unfortunately is not. He's a couple laps down. but he is riding. They're not trying to pass him. They're just using him as an extra drafting partner. That's amazing. And one of those people doing it is Triple X Macklin. Jim Blossom is, in fact, down 6 laps off the pace. Ricky Walton off the pace by 2 laps. He's 2 laps down. Maybe I think maybe he kissed the wall that one time. That might have been the issue. We saw that earlier up.
Now here's the question. If I'm all these guys, and I know I ain't too bright because there's a likely chance I'm a bear, a child, or some cheating asshole that cheat me out of at least 3 different championships back in the early 2000s. But if I'm all these guys, I'm pitting at the same time. I want to keep running together because that may be my best chance of winning this race. We all work together.
Might be happening soon too.
We're
I think they all
together. It's like that musical High School.
Yeah.
With Zach Efron.
Didn't Musical High School win the AHS AA championship back a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, they did.
I think they did. They won by 17, I think.
That's a hell of a football game. I mean, Coffeetown just did a second champ.
Oh man, Coffeetown, you know, they keep getting robbed out of the state championship, but you know, one of these days, you know, they'll get you know, JC Bingo and
they'll give Briarton a run for their money.
Yeah, they'll give Briarton a run for their money.
Let you slip, shake.
Coffeetown always robbed. Exactly. Here's Hans Vospulver. Yeah, he is leading that chase pack. They're not gaining any ground. 7.8 seconds off the lead, but they're still going fast as hell. Man, my knees are sweating.
If this don't start your fire, your wood's wet.
Absolutely. This don't start your fire, your wood's wet.
Your wood's wet, and so is your denim.
Yep. Exactly. Man, this will make your teeth itch. They're going so fast here. Good Lord.
Oh, man. Now I'm just aware of my tongue.
Yep. Whew. Just aware of your... Yeah. Oh, me too.
Your teeth are itching. You're aware of your tongue. You're breathing manually. All the other stuff.
Oh, God. I just remember there's a skeleton inside me right now.
And if you are aware you're breathing and aware you have a skeleton inside you, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Well, hell, that's pretty much all of us, isn't it? Well, hell.
That means they need to pay me more.
There are 8 cars that are leading this race. There is a pack of 9. Jim Blossom, the 41, is down 6 laps, but they have fixed whatever the problem was with him or the car or both, and he is racing just as fast. They are top 10 right now.
Holy hell. Back here. There's still plenty of race left to go here.
And 56, laps 56, we saw pit stops at lap 28 and 29, which means we might be getting some pit stops coming around soon. This is around the time it might be happening. That's what they're telling me here. They ain't coming around now. Looks like Thibodeau did. Thibodeau did.
Stupid ass.
Thibodeau and his teammate, Macklin and the Bear.
Driving Bear.
Yep. So the South Tucson Youth Motorsports cars and Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear have gone to pit road.
I think we might have one more of these before the end of this.
Yeah, we might have to take it. Yeah, my maths. It might happen yet again. I mean, if there's a wreck, that of course changes things. They could pit during the caution. I mean, so this is going to be we're going to see some interesting math, and here come the rest of the leaders. Not all of them, though. Bucket Jushine is bringing them around. He's bringing in Paul Alcohol. He's bringing in the Dongarex Inject Pen car. There you see Morris Mayfield and his former car. Oh, good God! Morris Mayfield just hit.
Morris Mayfield just hit the man who's won 3 of the last 4. Joe John Winchester.
Oh, that was dumb as hell, and what an asshole. Morris Mayfield in that 69 car just hit.
Nice.
Just hit Joe John Winchester in the 4-7 car. Holy hell. Well,
you either become a dynasty or a dynasty.
Wow, we're gonna get ourselves a good old, we're gonna see what happened here. That wasn't the only time it happened. We saw this here too. Oh, Richard Blood.
Richard Blood hit Steve Thompson.
All sorts of chaos in the pit. Steve Thompson and Richard Blood getting into each other. Here come the Adjective Food cars. The 8-3 car sponsored by Roll Ham. And of course the 8-1 car sponsored by Hat Meat.
The 8-1 and the 8-3 are pitting together. That's smart.
It's very smart. And I didn't see it, but it looks like Thicker Richard Ketchup has as well. So that might be all 3 of the Adjective Food cars in pit on pit lane. But here we're seeing the 55 and the 103. They're coming around. Those intervals are going to change up. It looks like Beaumont Jenkins is the only one to stay out there. He's probably on the pits right now. Coming back around. Beaumont Jenkins, your race leader, but I think he's probably on his way to pit lane. Bucket Dushine and Woo-Bah Bali are leading this race right now. We have got things all sorts of coming, all sorts of splitting apart here. Sorry, I was just thinking about something I saw the other day at the salad bar. It's fine.
Hey man, I ain't been a salad bar forever.
Yeah, fair enough. It was at one of them, it was at one of them Golden Corrals. We are 60 laps into this race. 59, actually. We are on lap number 60 of this 94-lap race. Bucket Dushine, your race leader. Beaumont Jenkins in second. Big Daddy Thibodeau in third. Woo-Bah Bali in fourth. And Triple X Macklin in fifth. That is your top 5 right now. As
it seemed like that whole top 8 just split into a smaller pack of 2 top 4s.
Yeah, that's basically what happened, I think. They decided they didn't want to pit at the same time, which is dumb as hell, of course, but it could also be strategy. Beaumont Jenkins wanted to stay out and lead a lap, get those 5 points, get himself in position. And he's looking for that. And we're seeing it right now. We are at lap 61, 60 laps in the book. 34 to go. Another pit stop. If we stay green flag, another pit stop is on the way. Because that's just science. That's just maths. And they went and told me that. We're probably gonna see that somewhere in the 70s or the 80s.
That's algorithms.
Yep.
Algorithm, man.
Absolutely.
I used to race again with him back in the early late model championship.
I was just thinking about him myself. I'm glad you told me that. I'm glad you said so, because I was just thinking about algorithm myself. Bucket Dushine is going ahead and giving a little way here. Jim Blossoms is in the lead, but he is not leading this race. That is the 60 in the lead, followed by the 9, followed by the 55, followed by the 103, and then there's a bit of space in between.
I think there's a big, I think for Jim Blossoms here, the key is just to tell him, hey, you didn't lose any laps when your heart stopped. We had to replace your heart with
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He just took a nap.
And what we're seeing is we're going to see they're going to put some cars down a lap in just a second. I didn't see quite who it was. I think it's the 8-2 maybe, and the 28. I couldn't quite see. I thought I saw the ranch it up car. No, that's the, okay, that's Jeff Gordon, the horse, back there. So he's about to get put a lap down.
Oh, and if you're a horse, you don't want to get put a lap down.
No, or put down at all. Any involvement with the word put and down is not something that a horse wants to deal with. But we are seeing what's going to happen in just a second. How do they deal? This is the first time they're going to have to deal with potentially slower cars. You know, Jim Blossom, they had to deal with him, but he was just as fast. They didn't have to worry about dealing with him. Jeff Shanice, Jeff Gordon, the horse, the Iron Jeffs are running together. But this is interesting. This is the first time they're going to have to deal with traffic. How do they manage this? Can they handle it just fine, or will they completely biff it? Will they just stack this and make a complete meal of this nonsense that is this goddamn auto race? Well, right now they seem to be handling it. We're going to go ahead and see. Oh, God! Oh, shit, it's happening! Oh, shit, it's happening! Caution's out! Caution's out! Oh, shit! They fucked it!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, they just went and fucked it! They just went and fucked it! Caution's out!
God! What a great day for America, man!
The 13, the 60, the 55 all look like they are.
Lloyd, if Woo-Bah wins this one, we're both going to be happy. We're ordering the entire menu on Waffle House.
We're gonna get them. We're gonna get my hash brown stacked, topped, capped, molested,
brothered, shooted,
traumatized,
entitled to financial compensation,
wine soaked, and of course,
that's
chiseled and jammed.
Look at
what's happening.
This asshole.
What happened here? I think somebody lost. Oh, Beaumont Jenkins. Well, there's something that happened in behind too.
Jim!
There's two of them.
Oh, Jim!
There's Beaumont Jenkins and the 60 car. And look at this. Oh, good God. Triple X Macklin just drove right through it. Couldn't see a damn thing. Hits the 9 and the 60.
I mean, that's a child. I mean, might be okay. I mean, we know what happened. The last guy drove that car.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's just
fine.
Who's leading this race right now?
Well, right now it's Wu Ba Bala who led the entire field to the pits, which is very smart. Boo and Jessup is out of this race with a fuel leak due to that wreck. I'm getting word on who was involved in that wreck. The 82 of Thicker Richard Ketchup. Big Daddy Timmy, we saw that. The 60 car, number 9. Boo and Jessup. The 13 of Triple X Macklin. The 55 of Taco Baco car of Bucky Dushan. A lot of the leaders all involved in that.
Look at the great pit work for the Adjective Food Stain to get Doug Pork in the roll hand car up to third.
Yeah, good, great pit crew there to get him in the third place. We're gonna get some more. We're gonna see what happened here. Interesting things happening on pit lane, and it looks like the Nihilist Arby's car got into it. I think. Oh, it was Jeff Shanice. Oh, Jeff Shanice just didn't see him coming in. Jeff Shanice was trying to get into the. Jeff Shanice was trying to get into the.
These guys are dumb as hell.
Trying to get into his pit stall and could not see. He maybe he's wearing the blinders that Jeff Gordon the horse normally wears. I don't know. But we are under caution. We can all breathe just a little bit. And of course, as these cars were being brought to pit road, they of course needed to get refueled, maybe some new tires, adjustments to the car. But when they're making those adjustments to the car and they're filling it up with fuel, there's only one choice, and it's high-quality, high-octane Beepus. The official fuel of the Diddler Cup Racing Series. Put a little Beepus in your tank.
There's
Beepus.
only one fuel that'll do it for you.
Yep.
It ain't Exxon. It ain't Shell. I can't hear you.
It ain't 7-Eleven.
I can't hear you.
It ain't Kogo's.
It ain't piss.
It ain't the K with the circle in it.
It ain't the K with the pentagram around it either. Don't go to that one. That one's terrible.
This ain't LA. This ain't L, and it ain't A. This is Talladega.
Hey, look. This ain't no party. This ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around.
This ain't no Costco. This is the bar that faces the giant car wash.
And you may ask yourself, why am I here? And why have I not been entitled to financial compensation?
I think that just means they need to pay us more,
And you may
Beaumont.
ask yourself.
What am I doing in these wet jeans?
What am I doing in
Let
this
the
wet house?
payments come. You're entitled to compensation.
All I want to do is have some beer.
All I want to do is get financially compensated.
Hey, shut up. Whoop up house first. I have a first place lead and I need points now. Call 103. Whoop up now.
God dang it. None of these people are paying us. Good Lord.
It's your petition and you need to ask them to sign it. And of course, we are coming up to the nicest lap of
Look
the
at
race.
how many
Of course,
signatures that hot girl on Twitch the other day in her hot tub got. I
Yep.
think we can get more. And
We
I
can
have
do
a
it,
better
yeah.
hot tub.
Oh no.
These
It's
are
not that
the
time
old
machine,
ones.
is it? We can't.
We can't go back into another time machine.
No,
damn
we
it.
can't. And I don't want to hear about no tub girl, whether she's hot or cold, okay?
Yes.
I've been through that. That ain't good.
If you're cold and their tub is cold, they're cold. Bring them inside.
If your tub's cold, then they're cold.
That's why we're
Yeah,
selling authentic.
absolutely.
That's why we're selling authentic Woo Bob High athletic tub water.
I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that.
Heart of a champion, nuts of a horse.
Oh.
Sweat
you
of a
can-
champion, grease
Yeah,
of a horse.
He's gonna sell his own sweat, I guess. I don't know. Well, I mean, Jeff Gordon the horse can always get put out to stud, and they can get he can sell some of his let's just call it horse fuel.
And if
that's,
you buy you get the other 2 CDs of the Diddler Cup Greatest Hits, like our favorite song, Jim by His Lonesome.
Yep. Well, the only CDs
What
I
we're
know are
seeing right
CDs
now.
nuts.
Got
No,
'em.
that's just me. Yep,
Hey,
got
by
him
the way,
indeed.
we're going back to racing this time, bye.
We are. Pace car is off. We are going green flag racing at lap 70. 69 laps are in the books.
Nice.
And we got a goddamn auto race, a 25-lap sprint around this stupid as hell, this highly dangerous, this terrible idea of a racetrack.
Dangerous as shit, and I love it.
Oh my
Hey, why didn't they send Ricky Walton back to the tail end of the line there? I don't know.
It's fine. It's probably fine. But Jim
This
Blossom,
was breaking away.
yeah, Wubba Bala is breaking away with this one.
He's gonna do it.
Well, remember, there's just 5 more laps. This ain't over yet.
Yeah, 25 laps. He's got Doug Pork following him. The Roll Ham car. My God.
Spend my money on ham. Doug Pork is driving.
Yeah, all that money. He wants all the ham, and he wants that win himself. Doug Pork has not been a factor in the championship all season. The adjective food cars really need to start figuring themselves out. But it might be just be figuring things out for next year.
Now,
But we're
question
seeing
here,
that
Chip.
big pack.
Chip, I was just thinking, is wet denim considered an adjective food?
I mean, any food is an adjective food if you try hard enough. I mean, if you want to eat your denim, I do not, as your attorney, I don't recommend you eat your denim, but I mean, I'm also not an attorney, so you can do whatever the hell you want.
I mean, yeah, that's why I hired you as my attorney, because charge pretend
Fair
like
enough.
you're some kind of attorney.
Fair enough.
got in the bad spot there.
Wubba Bali has taken the high, has gotten out of the draft. He's up high line again. But again, he is with everybody in that front pack.
He may sense trouble up ahead.
Yep. I mean, it already happened once. That was the lead pack that got in that wreck. Wubba Bali might be watching to see what happens, or even want to wreck it himself.
He may be lined up a move just take everybody out of this damn race.
It might be the case. Well, the interesting thing is we had pit stops under caution. We started with 25 laps to go. I think we are good to the finish. I don't think we need any more green flag pit stops. This is going to be it till the end, unless we got ourselves another caution, which of course can happen. But if we got
these drivers are good.
Yep. If we stay green till the end of this race, we got no more pit stops. We are in for this.
The room for error on this track is minimal.
Yep.
The room for error on this track.
When you fuck up at
And I
mini
love it.
golf,
It's
you
the
can't
best.
recover.
See, when you go mini golf, you can just take your frustration out on the
Exactly.
That's fine. But if
Mini
you
golf.
fuck up here, there's no Cruising USA machine in Experimental First Draft Speedway.
Nope.
And oh, by the way, you're likely in critical condition at the near Boston Hospital.
There it is.
There it is. And Wubba Bala taking this again, leading the lap yet again.
Woo!
Can he hold on to it? Does he have the staying power?
He smells trouble like I'm smelling my shit in my race yard adult diapers.
Ew. But okay. Fair
I mean,
enough.
I haven't done that yet.
No, that's fair, but it's a hypothetical. I understand. I got nervous for a second. I thought I smelled something.
Hypothetically speaking, if
Yeah,
one was to get
absolutely.
wet denim on the other end, if one was to get
Allegedly
wet denim on the back side,
Allegedly. Look at this. We got Petrol Top Off making a good run at this. Petrol Top Off trying to get himself up for that lead pack. He is pushing up there. He left the rest of the pack in the dust that he was with. He's in 13th right now, all by his lonesome. He's going to get reeled in by this lead group of cars. That's going to be 13 cars racing for the finish with under 20 laps to go.
and whoa, Petrol Top Off is driving this damn Rusty can build a fast super speedway car.
He is driving the hell out of that car. Fantastic. Sponsored by Knife MMA. He is easily the star driver of Matryoshka Inc. He is a semifinal. He is one of the final four drivers in the playoffs. Finished in the top four last season back in 2018. He is yet to get a win. None of the Matryoshka Inc. cars gotten a win yet this season. Petrol Top-Off is one of those we talked about, he was on the fence as far as playoff spots go with only 2 races to go. Beaumont Jessup is the last car in the playoffs as we speak right now, and his day is up. So we're going to see things.
Shuffle the deck.
Petrol Topoff are looking to have a good finish, but Brovsky on the way out. This might be the time for Petrol Topoff to get himself up and into position. Right now, leading this race is Smiley Van Buren, and look who's back to lead in this, well, potentially lead in this race. It's the horse. Jeff Gordon, the horse, is back in second place.
That is one fast horse.
And he's got his teammate with him. He's got Jeff Tanaka. The horse is back in the top 5.
Horse is back in the top 5. But Joe John Winchester, they've done a good job to fix up his car after that pit lane. But he's still driving fast.
Yeah, he's got a good car. He's got a good, fast car. It didn't look like there was too much damage to that car, which is always good to hear.
Could he possibly win 4 races out of 5? I mean, that would just
That'd be amazing. That'd be incredible.
That's dynastic.
He's definitely he's in that lead pack now. He's in second place. We are looking coming around this turn. When we come around and cross the start-finish line again, oh, Jeff Gordon, the horse, just shot up the racetrack.
He may have been trying to make a third groove out there. I think it was too early.
I don't think that there hasn't been a third groove this whole race. I think that's a bit ballsy to make one right now. And I mean, I know Wuba Bala's got the balls of a horse, but Jeff Gordon, the horse, literally does have that too. Jeff Tanaka is your race leader, and his teammate, Jeff Gordon, the horse, had to drop back into the pack. He doesn't have him to help him right now. In fact, he's got the 90 car, the 90 car, sponsored by Math MMA.
Could you, that time, just slip me the envelope underneath the door instead of just throwing at me.
Well, folks, it's lap 81. You know what that means.
Yes, it
Parts Unknown Auto Parts. Unknown lap of the race brought to you by Parts Unknown Auto Parts.
That is
We're just
Parts
conveniently
Unknown.
placed right between Auto with the red and orange letters, and Advanced Auto Parts also with the red and orange letters.
Yep.
And Parts Unknown Auto Parts now with their new scheme, the red and orange letters.
Yeah. Well, it's red,
Good luck,
orange, and
fuckers.
orange, red. So there you go. They decided to go with a little bit of a mix of each one. So, you know, you got to just find, they got to go with orange and red as opposed to red and orange.
They've got the red and orange running through their veins.
Exactly.
These parts were born and raised in the U.S. of A.
They need some of that Pantone Pro V shampoo and whatnot.
They haven't been inspected by the USDA.
Well, you were rocking, Lloyd.
I saw one of the new parts they're selling there at Parts Unknown Auto Parts. It's for them old SUVs back in the 90s. It's anti-roll bars. It's a little
Fair
flap
enough.
that pops out there to prevent your SUV from rolling over.
Ah,
Looks like
fair
a plane.
enough.
Looks like a 2-seater plane there.
Well, I was talking to somebody who got themselves some wet denim for a 200002 Horvis at Parts Unknown Auto Parts. I didn't know they made the Horvis all the way out to 200,002. Did not know that. Well,
Damn,
I was just going to say,
man.
Giacomo was leading this race, but the War Machine, you were rocking before there, Lloyd, but the War Machine race team is rocking in this race. Paul Alcohol is leading this race, and he's coming up on Jim Blossoms again,
Oh, Jim.
who is 5 laps down, but might move up another spot or two after Jean-Paul Henry is out. Yeah, don't tell him that exactly. We're not sure. I think there was Jean-Paul Henry might have gotten involved in that wreck in the pits earlier on. That's the word I'm getting here. I'm not entirely certain. That's why he is out with camshaft issues. I think he was
that's a
involved in one of those
tough
wrecks
break.
in the pits.
That's a tough break for our very first champion.
Florida team has had a lot of bad luck this season. They just have not gotten a win yet. I mean, their points have been great. They're definitely in contention for the playoffs, but man, they would love to get a victory in this season. Meanwhile, El Matador Toto Rosanna has been running in the top 10.
Back in 18th.
Yeah, Ruba Bale has fallen off the pace. He is back he's at the end of that second pack, which they're all starting to converge together. 10 laps to go here at Experimental First Draft Speedway. We're going to need to rename this racetrack, goddammit.
That's right, because I think this experiment has worked out great. I mean,
I think we're rolling with this.
No restrictor plates. All speed. We got wrecks. We got butt pussy. We got financial compensation.
Go back one? What?
We got
Don't go back one. It's fine. It's
We got
fine.
financial pussy.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Right now, Jim Blossoms is the moisture in the denim, if you will.
He is the moisture in the denim. That is the interesting thing.
In the Levi's.
Looking at Petrol top of here, 9 laps to go. It is becoming a 13-car pack, and they are closing up. Hans Vosspulver is getting pulled in. So is Blario Blandretti. We might have ourselves a big old jumble of cars coming around. Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Drivers in 16th place. He's getting sucked up into that lead pack. It is going to be chaos. Giacomo is leading this race with 8 to go, but Jeff Tanaka's going on the inside. He's got El Matador, Toto Rosanna, and the horse, Tanaka's teammate, to help push him along, and that's left Giacomo high and dry. He's got his teammate at the top who just took a dive down. Oh my God, they're going 3 and 4 wide, coming out of these turns and going back into them. My God, Jeff Tanaka regains the lead, and it is 7 laps to go. And look at those intervals. We now have 13 cars under a second from the lead.
Can I say something here? Because back in inferior Talladega, time where drivers start to drive really aggressively, start to throw some heinous blocks, and that causes a lot of wrecks. And it's going to be like that, except it's about, 200% faster.
Yep, we're looking over at Wuba Bala, who not sure what happened. He's not keeping pace. Yeah, he's not. He's driving with the Adjective Food cars. Not sure what happened. He was leading. He's got a lot of laps led in this race. He might be getting himself some important points. And starting to look towards next season. Get some petitions ready. Maybe see what comes about for Wuba Ballet. And man, that'd be amazing to get a good finish, a good race win in this season. He has won a race, I believe, in both of the previous seasons.
South Tucson, on the actual streets of South Tucson,
He
Arizona,
sure has.
back in 2017 it was?
I think it was, yeah. And I think he's gotten a win somewhere else as well. I think he got a win last year as well. I'm trying to remember. I can't quite remember.
It was the qualifying Yellowstone race, but that didn't count.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But he did get the win on that. So, that counts in a way.
Hey, man,
it doesn't count, but it counts.
All-Star race.
Oh, good God, that's going to be great. We're going to have some news for you about that. There will be a fan vote. There will be a fan vote. You can vote a car into that field. You can vote a car into the fields. Of course, we're going to have ourselves you're going to have to dial 1-900-909-9900, which, of course, is a number that hadn't been used for a while. We bought the rights to it. So it is going to cost you some money or some bits, as it will, to put a vote in for your favorite driver.
We put a vote in everyone's car.
Holy shit. Petrol Top-Off has just moved all the way up to 3rd place. Lord, what in the hell just happened here?
He has been moving real quickly. I told you. You may be trying to pass Jeff Tanaka, but 3 laps to go.
My God. Well, it is amazing. 3 to go. Jeff Tanaka, Paul Alcohol's at the top. Smiley Van Buren's going with alcohol, but that low line seems to be the fast one, and Blario Blandretti is just motoring along.
Blandretti's making a move for the lead. I cannot. When was the last time you've seen him run up the front?
Wow, this is amazing. We are seeing it is Petrol Top-Off. He's going to come around and lead this race with 2 to go. And there's some lap traffic in the fence. Could this be?
Goodness, what an aggressive block. He swooped down from the high line to low line to try to keep Mario Andretti from trying to get any more momentum.
2 laps to go. Petrol Top-Off in the 9th MMA number 90 car.
Well, look
for
who's on the party.
Matryoshka Inc.
Reverend Pastor Chavez, and remember, that could have potential championship and
Absolutely. All of this is crazy. He's got two Most Glorious Motorsports cars right behind him in the 22 and the 33 of Blario Blandretti and Reverend Pastor Chavez. But looks like Top-Off has decided that Blandretti is the faster car, and he's going to put the block on him with white flag. White flag. Top-Off is leading.
Championship implications, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
We got all sorts of things. Final lap coming around. We got some traffic. Could this play into this? Is Blandretti going to try to make a move, or can Top Off hold the block down? There's only one car to block, and it's Blandretti. And they're coming around. Final turn.
Morris Mayfield's going to get in the way.
Morris Mayfield in that 69 car possibly in the way.
Yes.
Wow, but it's going to be Dos Vidania bitches. Dos Vidania bitches. Petro Top Off has taken the win here in Talladega. He has won the performance art at 100 and J. Blario Blandretti, a second place finish. Reverend Pastor Chavez in third. Steve Thompson in fourth. Paul Alcohol in fifth. What a goddamn auto race. And Top Off has taken it for Matryoshka Inc. We were just saying how Petro Top Off was potentially somebody missed pit lane. I think somebody's still out there on the track. That's it. It's Ennio Spirini. Oh, Ennio, come on, man. Ennio Spirini.
Problems with the car.
He's got problems with the car. He couldn't turn it on to pit road, I guess. But
he's trying to do an Italian victory lap.
An Italian victory lap. That's just where you do an extra lap anyway, even though you ain't won it.
That's right.
Fair enough.
It's where you do a victory lap, but you go reach for some cured meats in the passenger seat glove box.
Oh, I could go for some cured meats in the glove box right now.
Oh,
Cured meats in glove box. Didn't it play last year?
Sure. That sounds like a double bill at Coachella, yeah.
Coachella sucks this year.
I want to see them at the pre-race thing they have there at the All-Star race. I'd like to see them.
Who's that? Cured meats glove box?
Cured meat
glove
box.
Cured meats and glove box. Yeah, we'll see if we can get them all to go ahead and appear. But holy hell! Holy hell!
Awesome, man.
That was
what a
awesome.
Goddamn auto race.
You know, the best thing is
goddamn
Trips publicist is barred from entering the United States due to travel restrictions. I don't have to deal with that creepy motherfucker.
Thank goodness. Well, I gotta tell you one thing before we get to this. Your winner is in fact Petrol Top Off in the number 90 car. That is a Dodge sponsored by Knife
Look at
MMA.
His hair. That is a real man. That is a man who will kick your ass in wet denim.
Russia's own Petrol Top Off in denim blue jeans. There, he's gonna get him just for get him over there. And
shoulder singlet and blue jeans that are
absolutely
damn.
that is a fashion statement. Fashion icon Petrol Top Off there, and he has won this race. He is into the playoffs, and we're gonna go ahead and see how the rest of the top 10 shakes out. Blario Blandretti, second place. His teammate Reverend Pastor Chavez, who's already in the playoffs, third place. Steve Thompson in fourth. Paul Alcohol in fifth. Good finish for Paul Alcohol. Jeff Tanaka finished sixth. Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear. Great finish for him in seventh. Hans Vaspulver in eighth. Jeff Gordon the Horse, a top 10 finish in ninth. And Smiley Van Buren rounds out the top 10. Let's go to see what the stand-ins are doing. What do with the stand-ins now? As we go ahead here with this, it is the performance art at 100 and J. Your race winner, of course, is Petrol Top Off. That is, of course, the official winner of this race. Petrol Top Off has won that. Driving the Knife MMA car, one of the great programs you can watch on Sports Naz. And the playoff field now gets one spot fewer. Petrol Top Off, number 10 out of 16 cars that has locked themselves in. So now we're looking for the top 6 names that are in white. Right now, it's Kevin Boner-Pillman, it's Jeff Gordon the Horse, it's Jean-Paul Henry. Let's see how it is. Imagine that Kevin Boner-Pillman have not won a race, but still top in points. Jeff Shanice, Giacomo, and Paul Walker. That is your field at the moment. Boo Jessup, Steve Thompson, Bobrovsky. Those are the ones in the hunt right now. And Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver, of course, after that. That is your playoff field right now. But next week, last one, it's the Akron Accident Prevention 500. We are going to Sturgis, boys. We're heading to Sturgis. It is.
Oh, yeah.
The Akron Accident Prevention 500. We're going. Well, it ain't quite a road course. It's like a road course super speedway. It's a 4+ mile super speedway. We're going to WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis in Sturgis, South Dakota. We are going to that race, the Akron Accident Prevention 500. It is the final race before the playoff field is locked in. and it is one of the premier races of the season. It's why it ends the regular season here, the Diddler Cup. And of course, it will be next Monday night, same time of night, 8 p.m. Eastern next Monday, possibly Tuesday, depending on schedules and whatnot. I'm trying to remember how many laps they run at.
A bunch. They run a bunch.
A whole heck of a lot. 42 laps, I believe, around the daggum WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. That is the location for our next race.
That's right, folks.
Next week's time. It's going to be another weeknight race. Yes.
You spread the word. You turn this into a super spreader event.
Well, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Holy hell. This has been we say this all the time, but I think I mean this sincerely. If you didn't enjoy the race that you just watched, then you can go fuck yourself, because I don't understand what you enjoyed then.
To financial compensation.
You are not entitled to financial compensation if you didn't enjoy this goddamn race.
You're entitled to shit.
You're entitled to kiss my ass if you didn't love this race.
That was
unsafe as hell. That was dumb as hell. It was unsafe. It was stupid. And I can't wait to do it again, maybe twice next year. Holy shit, I love this racetrack.
Damn, this is good.
We're going to need to rename this racetrack, because I don't think it's a first draft or experimental anyway. It is. We have tested our hypothesis. The hypothesis is true. This race equals yes.
Auction off the name rights.
Oh, we will auction off the name rights. Absolutely. But let me give you a quick let you know what is happening, because we do have a race coming up in just next week. It is the Akron Accident Prevention 500 next week. We do know that is the final race before the playoff field is set. Playoffs will begin in the month of September. But there is one race between next week's race and September, and that is the Gumboo's Pointless Rextravaganza, our all-star race, boys. It's going to be great, ain't it?
It's going to be the best.
It's going to be in scenic Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at inconveniently far from a hospital speedway. It is a dang figure-8 track. It's going to be awesome. You've seen Rex from it in the intro before. You know what you're getting if you've seen it before. If you haven't, boy, are you in for it. So, just to let y'all know how this is going to work, there is a field of cars that are in the main event. There are 2 races that happen at the All-Star race. There is the main event. Now, how do you qualify for the main event? Well, anybody who won a race this season so far is going to be in it. So we know the field already, because it's all of our playoff field cars. And if somebody new wins next week, then they are going to be the 11th car that's in there. Past season champions also in. Past All-Star race winners are in. So that will also now include, so I'm looking at my list right now, that will include the number 40 car.
Driver, I believe.
That will include the number 10 and the number 40. Absolutely. It will also include driver. So because it happens right before the playoffs, the 2018 playoff races, the cars that won in those playoff races, because they didn't qualify for the one because it happened after, which by the way include Jeff Gordon the Horse and El Matador Toto Rosanna. And again, so right now we know that field is, let me just I got them all written down here. 15 cars are in that field of the main event.
And it's last car standing.
It certainly is. It is last car standing.
We don't mean that hypothetical. We don't mean that as a figure of speech. We mean that literally.
We mean that as a figure. We mean that as a figure 8 of speech. Exactly. We were bumping heads for that one, I think.
Did we ever figure out why they named it inconveniently far away from a hospital speedway?
I think because it's inconveniently far from a hospital.
I don't know.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me. I don't know. Unless that's a sponsor that maybe that's one of them local sponsors in Pittsburgh. I don't understand. They put fries on their sandwiches. I don't get it. But
it's like that UCMP hospital.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, what is with hospitals and watching you pee? I don't get that. But anyway,
we're gonna have a football team down there, the Pittsburgh South Fries.
So we have what we do in fact have what we do in fact have is 2 races. There will be 2 goddamn auto races All-Star Weekend. It's going to be a big spectacular. There's going to be big music. There's going to be pop. There's going to be circumstance. It's going to be amazing. There will be 2 races. So those 15 drivers that have made the field already, they are already in the second race. That is the main event. That is the All-Star race. Every other driver, that's currently a actually it's 14 of the current. Sorry, it's 14 of the current, because there was a race winner from 2018 that's no longer on the a current driver, but he is of course welcome to come back should he get a car to race it. So those cars will be in the main event. The other 18 cars that are currently part of the 2019/2021 Diddler Cup roster get to qualify in the first race. They will be the 18 cars that will race their way in, and I think either 1 or 2 cars, I'm not sure, from that race will make their way in, depending on how that shakes out. The other thing, and this is either 1 or 2 cars as well, is we're going to have an audience vote a car in. Now, obviously, we need to know that ahead of time a little bit. So, for reasons, we need to know that ahead of time. We need to make sure that we got to do the tabulating of the votes, because we don't know who's going to try to rig an election or anything like that. But we know, again, you call 1-900-909-9900, you throw some bits into your payphone that still exists in this world, because who the fuck still uses a payphone unless you're in Cleveland, and you go ahead and put your vote in for a driver. That is how that works. It will happen, especially it will happen next week during the goddamn auto race for the Akron Accident Prevention 500. More details about this at the conclusion of this broadcast, whatever that means. But boys, we've had a goddamn auto race, didn't we? Should we go some replays? Should we see everything again? Should we see it again?
Yeah, let's watch it.
Highlights.
Well, these are the highlights of the performance art at 100 and J. We didn't have a ton, of wrecks, but we're going to see what we did happen. Our race started things off. Jim Blossoms took them to the green flag, and they went fast as shit.
Up to 267 miles per hour on average.
Is that what we topped out at?
That's what they topped out at. Sheesh.
Holy shit.
That's an interesting race here.
Yep, Jeff Tanaka took the lead early and held it for quite a bit. I believe, let me see, Jeff Tanaka ended up leading the most laps of this race, 19 to be exact. We saw, this is what happened. We didn't get a good look at this just yet, but we saw, this is what actually caused, he did in fact kiss the wall, Ricky Walton. That is why he dropped down 2 laps later in the race.
Well, he wasn't sponsored by Kiss, he was sponsored by...
Yeah, he was sponsored in that number 32. Dave? It's Dave, right? Car. For HTE Bassmet, looking at Nihilist Arby's car driver. Paul Walker taking the lead. But at lap 29, we started seeing Jim Blossoms taking half the field to the pits. The other half would follow shortly after, and that Bloodco car unfortunately did not have a good time, because shortly thereafter, something happened with the car, something happened with the driver, we're not sure. The 41 had to go back to the pits. But once they got things working again, they had a fast car again, so it's just unfortunate. That would have been a car that would have contended for the win, I think, if they didn't have issues with that. That's too bad. Lap 57, we saw Richard Blood had to get out of this race early. He retired at around lap,
that's just
I believe,
dumb driving.
57. Yeah, that's just dumb as hell driving.
And we love it.
Yeah, it's great. Unfortunately, Richard Blood did not love it, as he, in fact, had to end his race. He only went 57 laps, finished dead last, but here was
the best part.
Here is the substantial one. There is the first race. There are 2 of them. There are 2 of them. So we're getting with the first one right now. This is Bucket Dushan and Bowie Jessup getting to each other. Here's what happened with Big Daddy Thibodeau.
Oh, man, you ready for this?
I'm not entirely certain what caused. I think.
Oh, Jim Blossom!
Yeah, Jim Blossom went into him. That's what happened. So So I'd like to assume that nobody did anything malicious, but they are dumb as hell. Oh, good God, Triple X Macklin just slammed right through. We're going to go on board with somebody here and see what's going to happen here. I think we're going on board with the 60 car first. Yes, we are. This is the Tucson-8 car from their point of view, dealing with lap traffic. The 82 on his high side, and oh, he just did not even see it coming. Did not even see it coming. Smoke everywhere. The 9 car. And oh, there is the collision with Triple X Macklin, his teammate. Oh, we're going on board with the 9 car, Beaumont Jenkins, who had the 55 getting into him. And he wrecked initially. And we're going to see he's going to come. He don't see nothing at this point until suddenly, boom, there is the 60. He hit the brakes. Good on his spotter, who was screaming. Oh, my God, that was the 13 hitting him. So good on the 9 spotter.
It's smokier in my apartment room on a Saturday night.
Well, good on the 9. This is Triple X Macklin, by the way. This is how little he saw with this wreck.
He's small.
Yeah, exactly. You can barely see over the steering wheel. But so much smoke, and all of a sudden, boom, 9 car in your face.
Until it's too late, and he crunching it back, Boo Jess.
Yeah,
I don't think kid's all right. I mean, he's
good
tough.
Lord.
Just shake it off.
So again, credit to the 9 car. Lap 65, this is the wreck that happened in the pits with Bobrovsky and I believe Paul Walker. Or sorry, Jeff Shanice is involved in this one too. But I gotta say, not enough credit given to Beaumont Jenkins today, and his Beaumont Jenkins spotters absolutely called that perfectly. Despite all the screaming of being in the blimp that's going that fast, they were able to scream out instructions, and Beaumont Jenkins was able to avoid a wreck with the 60 car, but unfortunately it was the 13 that back-ended into him. But I think just, when something happened between the 55 and the 9 that just caused a chain reaction there. Lap 7 and 9, and we had the horse leading the race for just a little bit. The horse finished in 9th place, but it was actually Jeff Tanaka regaining the lead. Leading 19 laps, getting the extra 5 bonus points for leading the most. But lap 92, and this was the move from Petro Topov. He was in 13th place with like 9 laps to go. He made his way to the front with 2 to go. And he won the whole dang thing. I gotta tell you, Knife MMA sounds amazing too.
Oh man, you just imagine how much fun MMA would be with knives in it. Yeah. I mean, that'd be awesome as hell, man.
And there you go, Petro Topov taking the checkered flag here at Talladega. And that is
draft there.
That is, yeah, we're gonna have to rename the racetrack because I don't think we're gonna need a second draft. I don't think it's really performance art no more. I think it's a great thing now. And
man, this is art.
We're doing this again. This is art. This is absolutely art. I think people are asking where Wubop Bala finished. He finished in 16th. And we are, my God, they made an incredible facsimile of Talladega Super Speedway. They just made it better. I'm saying it. They just made it better. They just made it better.
That's right.
Yep. So, well, it has been a goddamn auto race. Y'all, stay tuned at the conclusion of this broadcast for the announcement that will explain the All-Star race and another important announcement as well. Thank y'all for sticking with us. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you, Beaumont Jenkins, for bringing the excitement. Thank you, Latin and Lord Shivers, for bringing the excitement, for bringing the insanity, and for bringing the reminder that a salad bar should be smart. And that's all I'm saying. So, it has been a goddamn auto race. Anything else, boys?
That's all you got from me. I'm going to enjoy my chili chips, damn it.
Enjoy your chili chips.
I'm going to go down to the Blue Waffle House.
That's fair. You enjoy your blue waffle. You enjoy your chili chips. You earned them. Y'all earned them. I need to go have myself a smoke, and because this feels like I just finished having sex. This is amazing. It has been a goddamn auto race. We will see you next week for another goddamn auto race. This is the Diddler Cup. We'll see you again in a week's time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Of all those ways that they're saying that I'm qualifying for financial compensation, not a dang one of them. I'd like to be able to.
No, I don't need to qualify for financial compensation.
Oh.
I've already got me a provisional.
Fair enough.
Last to first. No need to qualify for it.
That's fair. Yeah, you just go last to first for financial compensation. I get it.
Could you imagine if Tony Soprano had a glove box full of gabagool in his race car?
Glove box full of gabagool sounds like an amazing Ramones album.